Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so glad to see you all. How is everyone doing?
Hi, Nora. Good to see you.
Hi, Nora. Good to see you.
Hi, Julia.
I'm fine. How are you?
Hi, Mary. I want to introduce a new person to our group today. Mary, she will be joining us. Welcome, Mary.
Hi. Hi, Sam. Hi, Julia. I know you guys.
Let me start with the boundaries we use in our group, and then we can get started with today's topic. As you can see, our boundaries are posted on the wall. We are here to encourage, not judge. A person's recovery journey belongs only to that person. Our journeys look different. When someone is talking, we respect them by listening. The conversations we have here are confidential, so what is said here stays here. Participation is welcome but not required. And last, what is most important are the life lessons you take away from this time together.
Those are good boundaries, Nora. Mary, do you have any questions about the boundaries?
Okay, so if there are no questions, let's begin with today's topic. Today we'll be talking about the fears and anxieties we might have about returning to our home village and staying sober.
What if we've already been in our home communities, Miss Nora? I've been there for 6 months now.
That's a good question. Maybe you can help others who are just starting that journey back home by sharing how your transition back home was.
I don't know about that. I'm not sure if people would be helped to know how much trouble I had when I went back home.
I think it might help people learn by the mistakes you've made and teach them how to handle problems that you've experienced.
Well, see, I've been home out of treatment for 6 months now. Like I said, it was tough. Not everybody was happy to see me when I got back home. It was hard for a while.
Why wouldn't they want you back home, Sam? Maybe they don't understand your addiction.
You could be right. Not everybody understands addiction.
So what did you do when they didn't want you?
I went back home anyways.
Good for you, Sam. The village is your home.
It was hard for me to stay sober for a while. At first, people were glad that I was back, came over and brought me home brew. And I drank some before I remembered I wanted to be a different person. A sober person.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid I won't be able to say no if someone offers me a drink.
Do you think it'll be hard to say no?
Yeah, I think so.
When I think about people offering me alcohol, I think about the reasons why I want to stay sober.
What do you mean? I mean, I thought we just had to stay sober so that the OCS and adult probation doesn't bother us.
Well, those are some reasons people stay sober, Mary. But remember, everyone's journey of sobriety is different, and people have different reasons for staying sober.
That is so true. I want to stay sober for me. I want to live a long, long life.
So why do the rest of you guys stay sober?
I stay sober for my marriage. My wife doesn't like it when I drink. I'm mean when I drink. I don't want to hurt her anymore. I love her too much for that.
Hi, I'm Kenny. I'm supposed to be here in the group.
Hi, Kenny.
Hi,
Hey.
Kenny.
Welcome to the group. We were just talking about ways to stay sober.
So what about you? What do you do to stay sober?
I don't feel like sharing right now.
What?
Remember, sharing isn't a requirement for being in group.
Oh, sorry.
Does anyone else want to talk about the fears or anxieties they might have about returning back to their village? Kenny, I know you just joined us. Would you like to share it all?
Is it okay if I listen for a bit?
Yes, that's fine. Does anyone else want to share?
Well, I do. I'm I'm nervous about being in the village. You know, all my friends are going to be drinking and I'll just be alone. Who am I going to talk to?
That's a scary thought.
How did you handle that when you went to treatment? Did you know anybody there?
No, I didn't know anybody. My counselor taught me to journal, though. That helped me when I was feeling sad or lonely.
Is that a skill you can continue when you go back home?
Yeah, I think so. It's just hard, you know, being alone when all my friends are drinking.
Never forget, you could always come here and we'll help each other and support each other.
It's good.
So that sounds like 2 ways you can cope. Journaling and come into group. Can you think of anything else?
Well, I like to crochet. You know, maybe I can make some scarves and gloves and sell them or something because, you know, I lost my job when I had to go to treatment.
Crocheting can be a positive coping skill. It can take your mind off of alcohol and feeling lonely, and it can help with income.
Can I say something about coping?
Yes.
I don't really stay around my family. I stay alone at home.
You don't they miss you?
No, I meant I don't stay around my parents because they drink and it's too tempting to be around them because I haven't been sober that long.
It sounds like boundaries. Is that boundaries, Nora?
Yes, that's good as long as they're healthy boundaries. Maybe we can talk about that at our next group. Does anyone else want to add anything before we end today?
We need to remember that it takes time. Time to get used to being back in our communities. Time to be sober. It's all good, it's just going to take time.
That is so true. God bless us all for trying to stay sober and live a healthy life in our village.